All right. Hey guys, happy Friday. Happy Labor Day weekend. I am so excited to do this lunch and learn, and I am in my mobile office. So welcome. You can work this business from anywhere. And that is what I'm going to be talking about today, like how some time saving tips. That is what I'm going to be talking about to increase your productivity, to already have things kind of ready, pre-planned, organized, all that stuff. So grab a pen and paper. I'm not going to go over my story or share my story. I've been thriving for 6 years. I love it. I share it like crazy. And that's my story. Like, I want to give you some tips that you can use like right now. So grab a pen and paper. And the first thing that I'm going to start out with is time chunks. This has been a game changer for productivity for me. Oh my gosh, I can squirrel out in a moment. But they've given us all the tools, right? They've given us everything that we need to do on a daily basis, right? You've got the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have seen so many other, there's a calendar challenge. There's all kinds of things. Whatever your jam is, whatever your daily non-negotiables are, like you have to have that written down, and you need to make sure, of what you want to do every day, every week, right? So to get that done, you need to time chunk. You literally set a timer on your phone. I have so many reminders and timers on here. I'm going to do reach outs, right? So if I'm doing reach outs, I'm going to set a timer on my phone for 10 minutes, and that's all you do during that time. Okay. This is key. So if somebody replies back to you, you can't get engaged with them, right? They're gonna, if you only have 10 minutes and you start going back and forth with this person, you're like, oh my gosh, she replied, like she was my chicken list and she replied. You get so excited and you want to reply back right now. Hold up, don't reply back, because you're doing your reach outs. Like, you have to only do what that task is during that time frame. And I have taught my kids this too, and it has helped them so much, because Callie was like, my senior this year, she was like, Mom, I did that timey thing you said, and I got so much more done. So, I mean, it works for everyone. And then too, if your family knows about it, then you're like, I got 4 more minutes. Then they know not to jack with you right then, right? Don't reply to any texts. Don't do anything else. Don't answer any calls. Do what you're doing for that 10 minutes. And I promise you, you are going to be so much more productive, and you're going to send out more reach outs than 5, right? I mean, that's just a general rule. 5 is a great number, bare bones minimum, but you will get so many more than 5 done. So time chunking is super important. Okay. So then, like, maybe say on my lunch break, or I do home health, I do physical therapy, right? I do a lot from my car. I do a lot from my phone. I know where all the Wi-Fi hotspots are. Sometimes I just go to a park in between patients. It kind of depends, whatever. So maybe at lunch is my next, 10, 15 minute time chunk. Then it's follow-ups. Then you can reach out to that person you were so excited that replied back to you. Then you get to do your follow-ups, right? And you only do your follow-ups at that time. And so that's just the biggest key, is like, only do what you're doing, what you're purposely doing at that time. Oh, let me grab a snack. Oh, if you're home, right? Those dishes in the sink are driving you crazy. No, just leave them until that timer's done, and then move on to your next task. And sometimes I like to split up my thrive time with, if I am home, something that is driving me crazy. So if I see it, I notice it, and that's a distraction for me after my time chunk. Okay, I did this. I can go do the dishes real quick, come back and get into another time chunk. Okay. So just be intentional, be on purpose with your time and what you're doing. And so that is a huge one that I love. And that when I started that, it was awesome. So I want to go over some social media time saving tips as well. So when you're on social media and you see another promoter's post that you just love, like it caught your attention and that kind of, you loved it, go copy it, save it in your notes section for under whatever it is. So in my notes section on my phone, I have like Motivation Monday, Try It Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, right? And so I just save them in the notes section in my phone. So I don't know if you can see that. There's Wellness Wednesday, there's Flex Friday, whatever, inspirational, opportunity, products. This is how I have them in my phone. And whenever I need to post something, I can go to it. So don't copy it directly and share it that same day. No. That messes up their algorithm, your algorithm. You have to change it up and make it you, make it sound like you, change the words and post it the next Wellness Wednesday. Don't do it that same day for sure. Like you can get inspiration from people. You can get ideas, the meat and potatoes of it. Awesome. But of course, use your own picture. You want it to be personal. You want all your posts to be, right, personal, useful, brief. That's what we learned in our training before, right? Use your personal picture and change up the wording and use it next. Try it Tuesday or Wellness Wednesday or Flex Friday or whatever it is. So that is a great time saver as well. So that has saved my tell others. Sometimes you're just not creative. Sometimes you're not feeling it. Sometimes you don't have time and you know you need to get a post up. And so that is a game changer. Another tip while we're on this topic is to have some selfies saved, and you can repurpose these, right? You can repurpose your Flex Friday post on the beach, right? If it goes kind of with what you're saying, you can repurpose your pictures and you can put it with a different quote and stuff. But if you are just like having an awesome hair day, go change your shirt and take some selfies, and then go put your tank top on and take some selfies. And you're like, okay, like get some pictures already saved in your phone. So you don't feel like you have to do all these things. Oh my God, I got to do it. Like it's going to take you 20 minutes to make a post. No, like already have all of that stuff saved in your phone. So you can just go, oh, this picture goes with this quote, but like, boom, like you're done. So already have things saved in your phone. And I just heart them so they're in your favorite section, and or just make another album. That's easy too. So that is another tip, but you definitely want to reword it. You definitely want to make it sound like you, and you definitely want to do it on another day. Don't ever do the exact same thing. That's so annoying. It's so annoying to the person who posted it. And it's just not good manners. It's not good Thrive manners. Don't do it. All right. So another time-saving tip is to have your morning routine down. This is huge. Like when you get up and you're just grateful and you get up happy and you get up energized and you get up knowing today's going to be awesome. Your morning routine is so important. If you do the same things every day, you're going to create those habits, right? That's all your work is, are these little habits that you do, and you create a habit, and that's the jam. That's what you have to stick to. So my morning routine, I do my gratitude first. I do my devotionals. I do my quiet time. And here's another great tip. I always do my custom conscious comments before any post. All right. I'm going to get back to that in 2 seconds. I used to do my birthday messages like first thing in the morning and knock them out. But what I changed this week is that's an easy task, right? That is a super easy task that I can do on my lunch break, because in the morning when I'm fresh and I'm focused, that's when you need to do the hardest things, or just to be honest, the things that you think suck, the things that you're maybe not very good at, whatever you really kind of don't want to do, that's what you need to get done first. Get it over with in the mornings. So I switched my birthdays, my birthday messages into follow-ups, because that was not my jam. That is something that I'm getting better at, right? So I switched it out. I'm going to do that in the mornings, and then my birthdays I can do at lunch. And, like, hope you're having a great day already, like whatever. That has worked great for me personally, because at night I like to do a bunch of reach outs before I go to bed. And so in the morning I have like a ton of messages on my phone just right there ready to follow up with. I also made different things, different like sections to follow up with. Like on Mondays, I follow up with all of my customers and promoters. On Tuesdays, happy Packers or whatever, you got to follow up with them day one, however they fall in, right? But like old trials that maybe you have out, hopefully you don't, I do, that are sitting on the counter and they haven't tried them yet, those people. So like on Tuesdays that I follow up with any old Happy Packers, right? On Wednesday, it's like my other family's accounts that I'm running, because I used to kind of let those slip through the cracks, right? Because if I don't see them on my, report or my log or whatever every day, then I noticed I wasn't following up with them as well. So like my daughter's promoter account, any other accounts, then I make intentional, like that's Wednesday, right? Thursday. So you get what I'm saying here. Just know who you're going to follow up with. And it might just be your hot list that day, your potentials, right? Whoever it is that day, you need to follow up is key. I know you've heard that all week, so I'm not going to go into all that. You've heard a bunch of keys and tips and notes and all the tricks. I'm sure if you're on this Zoom, you're on the other ones, go listen to them. They have great follow-up ideas. I was taking notes. But anyway, back to your morning routine. Whatever works for you, consistently do that. That is the key, right? To just like, it's just automatic. It just becomes a habit, and that's just what you do when you get up. Right. And so then where I challenge you to come back is at lunch, or when you get home from work, or a certain time in the evening after dinner or whatever. You need to come back and have another chunk of time. Right. I used to only do in the, like, all I can do is in the morning, like wherever you can fit it in, just be intentional and purposeful with that time frame that you got. All right. Oh, we're doing good. Yay. We're doing good on time. Okay. So let's see. On posting, you always want to make connections anytime before you post. So again, I set a timer on my phone for 10 minutes and I have my list of people to reach out to. And you want to be genuine and ask them a question. You want to end with a question, give them a compliment, end it with a question so you can start up these conversations, right? That is the whole point. We're just building relationships. So like in this time frame, a lot of my comments have been about back to school, right? How's it going for you? Are you homeschooling? Are you in class? Like, are you what? All these first day of school pictures, and some have masks and some don't. Some kids are in bed in their jammas with a laptop, and I'm like, hey, how's that working out? Like, that was my kid's first day, but do you feel like they need a workspace? Like, they need to be like dressed and ready, and like, so ask questions and like just be genuine and real in you. A lot of people are still traveling too, like that last weekend trip before school does start. We actually have to show up, because if you have Wi-Fi, you can be on the beach right now and still be in school. So where are you going? Where's your, like our neighbors just went to like Orange Beach or something. I don't know. It was really cool looking. And so just from that one comment of asking, hey, when are y'all coming back? Is this like, how's the vibe on the beach? She was like, we're doing school on the beach. I'm like, you're freaking genius. Like I'm like, I need to do that right now. So anyway, it just started up that conversation. That's what you want to do. Always end with a question. And you want to do those custom conscious comments 10 minutes before every post, because you want to get all these non-thrivers in your algorithm, right? Because that's who you want to see your post. So whenever you post, morning, noon, night, some people do post like all day. Make sure at least you spread it 90 minutes apart. However you do that. I like 3 times a day, but however you like it, keep with that. But set a timer before you post and get those comments in so they will be in your algorithm. All right, I'm going to show you. Ooh, I just fell out. I'm going to show you how I stay organized with custom conscious comments, because if you just get on Facebook and you start scrolling, right, that's not super intentional. Like, you want to reach out to who you want to see your post, right? And if you get them in your algorithm, that's who's going to see it. So this is how I have it organized. This is my, I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, the first section of this notebook is my potentials list. And I have it in birthdays, right? So when you do your birthday messages, write down all your non-thrivers. I make little hearts and stars, like if they are active on social media, or if I think they'd be really great, they get a big star. Groups, all my friends, that you've made in groups. That's another section. Replies, likes, and comments. And then I have my pick 5 or my hot list. And so when I set my timer to go before I make a post, this is where I go. I just go to this section. I'm like, oh, my hot list. I'm doing this post. I want these people to see it. And so I go intentionally make comments on their page. So that's how I stay organized with who to send it out to. So if you haven't started that, start that. If you need to, you can scroll, right? But those people are already seeing your post, because if you're seeing theirs, they're seeing yours. That's just not the best idea. You just really want to be purposeful with that. You want to get it to the people you want to get it to. So be organized about it. Okay, let's see. How are we doing? How are we doing on time? Are we good? Okay, all right. I'm just going to keep on going. I made a list so I don't scroll out. I told you that's why I have to set timers. I have to have lists too. So this is just me. This is how I roll. Another tip for social media to boost your algorithm and not have to work so much harder is to not use words like promo, sale, thrive. Like, download a free app. Cool Font is the one I use. Or like make a space in between. Like if you're spelling out thrive, you can put the flex in between each little space, right? Or use an emoji, like a sunshine emoji for an O, if you want to use customer or something, because Facebook has those specific words like red flagged. And so if they see those words, then they're not going to show it to as many people, right? I mean, that's just the way it works. That's just what they do. So don't like BOGO, sale, anything like that. Use a different font or put an emoji in there somewhere. And it makes it kind of cute. I love emojis. They're just so much fun. And that, I like to break it up a little bit. Okay. Oh, and always end in a question. This kind of goes back to the custom conscious comments. Or if you're just connecting with someone or sending out reach outs, don't ever end and let me know, because they're not going to let you know. You always want to end in a question like, you ready? You in? You want details? Like, end in a solid question, not let me know. And try not to use the word just, because that kind of belittles. I read that, I forgot where I read that, but I'm just reaching out to you, or I'm just thinking of you. No, I'm thinking of you. You're on my mind. You're on my heart. I wanted to send you this. Da, da, da. So little words, little tweaks like that. Definitely don't post your link, right? And you're at the very top of the page. I still see some of that out there. Post it in the comments below, or don't post it at all. Like, that you're going to make a connection with them and you're going to get to send it to them when the time's right. So that is just screams spammy. Also, if you find a super cool YouTube or like a song or whatever, you don't want to post that at the top either, because Facebook doesn't want you to take them to another social media, right? They want you to stay on Facebook. So a great thing to do if you watch, cool tips on follow-ups, or this is just what I learned, or I just learned, oh man, I just did this workout and this made my butt so sore. Don't post the video, like do it yourself. Show them what you just learned. Like this new move, if you're working your booty and your legs, you have got to add this. Like, you do it, right? You can give that person credit. Always give that person credit. But you make the video because, right, we're supposed to be personal, useful, brief, the pub deal, right? That's personal. You sharing something else and taking them somewhere else is going to jack up your algorithm, and you want it to be personal. So that's going to boost it too. So any fun things that you would normally just pop out and share, recreate it, do it yourself. But always give them credit. And it way makes it more personal. And a quote too. Definitely always give credit where it's due. But if you put a quote on a selfie, that's going to get way more comments and likes than wherever you saw the quote, wherever it came from. Like some dude you don't even know, like looking all super serious and smart. Like do you, like, put that quote in the top with your picture, or go on like a fun app and put your picture and put the words right on top. Like, give them credit wherever, right? But quotes, videos, all that kind of thing, just make it more personal and make it you or your family, right? Like, not just you. Like my puppies, oh my gosh, my puppies are everywhere. People message me all the time about my puppies. And of course, like, I'm always having my Thrive patch loud and proud and any pictures with my puppies. But okay, let's see. I'm going to stay on task here. Oh, going live boosts your algorithm a ton. And so it doesn't always have to be about Thrive. And if you're scared to go live, just get over it, because everybody else is too, and they'll give you grace. It's fine. You just have to do it. So if you want to do it over something that you're just super knowledgeable about, like it is just going to roll off your tongue, that should be Thrive. But anything that you just love, if you're too nervous to whatever, I don't know, or you don't even have to be in it. Like I said, I went live about this airplane was making like cool designs out back on the lake, and it was really fun. And I'm like, what do you think they're making? What do you think they're spelling? And he'd like go like free fall, and it was so cool. Like, go live about anything. Definitely mix Thrive in, definitely be wearing your patch, but like a fun recipe or whatever makes you go live about it. I did an unboxing this morning for like Free Friday, whatever's in the box. I'm giving one away free. So that was fun this morning. And amazingly enough, my puppies were quiet throughout the whole thing. That never happens. So anytime you go live, 3 times a week is great. Like, every day is freaking fantastic. My goal for myself is 3 lives a week. So, and like I said, they can be about anything, homeschooling tips, whatever. Okay. So, lately too, if, and this was Nina's idea. I heard this on her Zoom, when you're kind of like, I like to have a new like theme for the week, like a word. Definitely for me, when I had to get off social media just for a bit, and then I could get back on just for safety stuff. But like, when I got back on, I was like, love, like that was my theme. Everything was around love. And then then it went to peace, and then it went to courage, and then it went to, just like whatever you want to do that week. And then just like Google quotes about it and just kind of have a theme for the week. I loved that idea so much. So I kind of was doing it, but it wasn't on purpose. So I would kind of like skip around, but I really liked that idea, just to kind of have a theme and just to go with that. Because when you Google like, or love quotes or peace or whatever, you're going to find all kinds of cool stuff. And just make it personal to you, keep it short and sweet, and go with it. I also wanted to talk about stories. Stories are crazy right now. Like, everybody's in stories. So putting a poll in stories is where I've gotten probably my past 2 or 3 customers. It was from polls and stories. Sounds like a sweet baby. But if you put, a quote about change, Google some change is good, change is inevitable, change, whatever. And then your own personal change, right? Your own personal before and after pics, or use somebody else's. And then, and in the poll, the question, are you ready for a change, right? And then give 2 answers that are positive, like, heck yeah, or send it to me now. Like, I did a poll, I think yesterday, and it said, I'm ready or free shipping. And like 4 or 5 new people chose free shipping that I haven't even thrived yet. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that totally works. So use free shipping in a poll. But you can use, oh man, that Ultimate Thriver. They did that for a reason, y'all. We have access to so many before and after pictures and all these transformations. Use them. That's all approved and good. Use those pictures and do polls and ask questions, and it gets you straight into Messenger. And that's where you want to be anyway, building relationships. So definitely utilize that. And Instagram as well. That's not my jam. I'm not gonna lie. I do it, but not as well. So I do it because I need to, but I'm just, yep, I'm going to get better at that too. So, my next topic just popped out of my head.
Let's answer some of these questions. Maybe this will help you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Remind us of the app you mentioned about avoiding words like promo and sell. And I think you said Cool Fonts is the app, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Cool
Yes.
Fonts. Okay. So, thanks Roxanne for answering that. Yes, it's Cool Fonts. And I see my team, especially Tiffany, using that all the time. I'm like, where do they get that? I'm so glad you finally said it. I'm not sure why I haven't asked you. I love the whole theme idea. That is a great, that just looks great. Let's see, what app can you use to put quotes on selfies? I use Story Swag or that's not it. I'm sorry. What is it? It's something. It's got the word swag in it. What do I use? Maybe I do use Story Swag. What do you use?
Story Swag is
Word
you
Swag.
Probably use Word Swag.
Yeah. Thanks, Erica.
You probably use Word Swag. That one's a good one. Story Swag, I love that too, and you can repurpose those too. So it's awesome to do a quick, 3-4 videos in there, and you can repurpose those in your stories as well. So I love that.
Can I tell
and
you
Cool
font on the whole Story Swag? So Lindsay had told me about that. She's like, you totally need to do this and do like my opportunity story.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Susan, and I was in the car business. I was a marketing director prior to Thrive. And one of the things that I did is I bought media advertising. I wrote TV commercials. I created TV commercials. I edited TV commercials that went on your major network television. Okay. Big time. And that freaking Story Swag stressed me out. And it was no different than what I was doing on big, huge screens to put on your major network television shows. And I worked on one night, literally for 3 hours. And my daughter was laughing hysterically. She's like, you'd think you would really be good at this, because I used to make a living doing it. Putting graphics on, shots of the owner with a car and sale prices and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, why can I not do it on this stupid phone? Anyway, but when I got finished with it, I was like, I'm the smartest person in the world. Totally how I felt. But yeah, but
totally got
this. You and probably your teenagers are smarter at it than I was. But I was like, are you for real? It was crazy.
Word Swag. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. This is what it looks like. Somebody asked what Word Swag looked like. Kind
of a pink looking, or there's a Story Swag is kind of a peach looking, and Word Swag is greenish, whatever. Let's see. Pick Art 2, that's a really good one. One thing I want to tell all of y'all is Tiffany is one of the strongest leaders on my team and full of knowledge, and her little time chunk thing literally saved my life. And I have to do this for a lot of people who are maybe mamas at home, or they have a full-time job, but they really want to make this work. And even if you've had a full-time job and you get to come home, you can probably all relate to this during COVID. You would be home and you'd be trying to do stuff all day. And at the end of the day, your house would still be a mess, and you don't feel like you got your stuff done on your job or your side gig or whatever. And the whole 10 to 20 minutes on a timer, and don't lose focus on that. I mean, I don't know how many years ago you told me that. I actually talked about it in front of 25,000 Thrivers on stage and said, I'm telling you right now, y'all need to do that. But I will set mine for 20 minutes and do it. And when it goes off, I totally put the phone down and I'll go wash dishes, make beds, vacuum, whatever. And when it goes off again, I stop that stuff. So, and then I come back. I'm telling you, it's a habit to get into that you definitely do not want to change, and that you want to start, and you want it to be part of your everyday life. But I'm very glad that I have smarter people than me on my team. I'm going through all the chats right now to make sure. Yeah, they're amazing. Okay, anybody else have any other questions? Stick it in here. And another thing, Tiffany is full of knowledge, and I'm going to get this back up. There's a lot of things that she gave you tips on today That does not mean that you go into analysis paralysis. You pick one thing
Exactly.
that's going to be crazy good for you and go,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna implement that this all of September. I'm gonna do time chunks. But
Yes.
even like today, the Free Friday Live, what a great idea.
Uh-huh.
I've done that. Or quotes on selfies, a theme for the week. Nina is one of her
Mm-hmm.
big 40Ks on her
Yes.
team. That's freaking genius. I'm like, my team is so smart. I love y'all. And the notebook, guys, I'm one of those. I do my custom conscious comments every day, but I'm scrolling Facebook to do my custom conscious comments and my free accounts who haven't ordered. Those are people I focus on, but I haven't thought of the notebook of all the people who like, comment, and love, or the people in my groups. I just always think I'm going to remember them, which is one. No, you're not going to remember. All right, Tiffany, anything you want to close us out with?
Make the most of the time in your car. Listen to Zooms and listen to I Am Affirmation, whatever your jam is, motivational speakers. Make the most of the time in your car. If somebody else can drive, you can be over there doing word swags and making your stories and just the little nooks and crannies of your day. Just make them purposeful. Be present at a game or whatever your kids function, but like in between, just brainless time. Make it worthwhile. Make it productive.
I love that.
That's
Well,
it.
thanks everybody for joining us. So you know that Monday is a holiday, but we are still doing the Lunch and Learn. Natasha and I are going to be doing it on Monday. So